Yo, the streets are buzzing and the cameras don't lie. Word on the block? King Harris pulled up on 50 Cent's mansion, and what went down next? It was all caught on security footage, and the world is losing it. Fans are saying this is one of the most intense moments in hip-hop beef history. 50 Cent, who's never one to back down, reportedly didn't just sit back. Sources claim he was aware, prepared, and watching closely, a mogul in full control, turning potential chaos into psychological warfare. Every move, every look, every reaction was calculated, and now the footage is proof. Meanwhile, King Harris, fiery, impulsive, and clearly not holding back, showed up ready to make a statement. The tension was palpable, even through the video clips that surfaced online. Insiders say the encounter wasn't just personal, it was a test of respect, ego, and influence in the streets of hip-hop. Social media went into meltdown mode. TikTok clips, Instagram stories, memes, and YouTube breakdowns exploded as fans replayed every second of the security footage. Comments were filled with shock, disbelief, and heated debates. Did he really pull up? Was 50 Cent ready? This changes everything. One thing is clear, when cameras catch the truth, nothing stays hidden. Respect, fear, and legacy all collided at 50 Cent's mansion that day, and now the world is watching. Yo, the streets are buzzing and the cameras don't lie. Word on the block? King Harris pulled up on 50 Cent's mansion, and what went down next? It was all caught on security footage, and the world is losing it. Fans are saying this is one of the most intense moments in hip-hop beef history. As soon as the footage surfaced, social media erupted. Clips were shared, screenshots went viral, and fans started replaying every second frame by frame. Everyone wanted to know what was said, who moved first, who backed down, and most importantly, was this a pre-planned confrontation or raw, real-life tension captured live? Insiders say 50 Cent had already anticipated King Harris's arrival. Sources report that he was not only aware but prepared, a mogul fully aware of how to control perception. Security measures were in place, cameras positioned perfectly, and every possible contingency planned. But while 50 Cent maintained his cool, King Harris came in with intensity. Fans noticed in the video, every step, every gesture, every glance from King Harris screamed defiance and bravado. Meanwhile, the mansion itself became a silent player in the drama. Security cameras, gates, and walls were more than just protection. They were witnesses to a showdown that felt bigger than a normal celebrity dispute. Observers online claimed you could feel the tension radiating through the screen. Comments exploded. He's about to get taught a lesson. This isn't just music beef. This is real life. 50 Cent isn't backing down. Watch the reaction. Sources also revealed that there were multiple parties involved behind the scenes. Friends, affiliates, and family members were reportedly monitoring the situation from nearby spots. Each movement, each whisper, each phone call contributed to a pressure cooker of suspense. Some fans even reported seeing a vehicle outside the mansion that didn't belong to either camp, heightening speculation about third-party involvement. Meanwhile, the cultural angle couldn't be ignored. Hip-hop blogs and media outlets quickly picked up the story, framing it as more than just a confrontation. They portrayed it as a clash of generational influence, 50 Cent, the mogul and veteran, versus King Harris, the rising star with attitude and fire. Discussions about legacy, respect, and street credibility flooded the comment sections. Memes began circulating instantly, dramatizing each moment captured on camera. Security footage reportedly captured subtle exchanges that were immediately analyzed by fans. Some claimed King Harris tried to assert dominance verbally, while 50 Cent maintained calm, his presence alone sending a message. Observers noted the difference in approach, 50 Cent's methodical calm versus King Harris's fiery energy. And that contrast became the story itself, a lesson in strategy, ego, and power. Insiders even suggested that Tiny Harris, King's mother, might have influenced his actions. While not physically present, her social media activity in the hours leading up to the pull-up was dissected by fans. Captions, photos, and stories were interpreted as subtle encouragement. fueling the narrative that this confrontation was orchestrated at least partly by family influence. And of course, social media did what it does best: amplify. TikTok creators reenacted the mansion confrontation. Instagram Reels slowed down movements to highlight facial expressions, and Twitter threads debated who won each micro-moment. The story evolved beyond a simple pull-up. It became a cinematic, interactive experience for fans worldwide. Then came the speculation about what happened after the cameras stopped recording. While the footage only showed a few minutes of interaction, insiders claimed the real tension continued behind closed doors. Discussions, negotiations, and subtle threats were reportedly exchanged, with both parties aware that the world was watching and every move would be dissected online. Even music itself became part of the saga. Analysts and fans revisited tracks from 50 Cent, T.I., and King Harris, trying to find subliminal messages or responses to the unfolding events. Every verse, every line, every reference to respect, legacy, or family became fodder for analysis. Hip-hop enthusiasts treated it like a live chess game, and every bar mattered. The mansion confrontation also had legal and PR angles. Sources hinted at phone calls to lawyers, advisors, and publicists, all carefully managing information leaks and controlling the narrative. Every post online, every snippet of footage, and every rumor was strategically amplified or downplayed to maintain suspense and fan engagement. And while the drama was unfolding, memes, reaction videos, and breakdowns flooded the internet. Social media influencers and YouTubers recreated the confrontation with commentary, adding cinematic effects and dramatic narration. Fans argued about who had the upper hand, debating 50 Cent's calm versus King Harris's aggression, creating a viral feedback loop that kept the story trending for days. By the end of this first chapter, one thing was clear: this wasn't just a pull-up. It was a calculated display of power, influence, and psychological warfare. 50 Cent showed control over his domain. King Harris proved he wasn't afraid to confront a legend. And the world? The world watched, replayed, analyzed, and shared, creating one of the most viral hip-hop moments in recent memory. Fans were left asking the same question over and over: what happens next? Will King Harris escalate further? Will 50 Cent strike back publicly or quietly? And how far will this beef go before it reaches its explosive climax? Fans were left asking the same question over and over: what happens next? Will King Harris escalate further? Will 50 Cent strike back publicly or quietly? And how far will this beef go before it reaches its explosive climax? By the next morning, social media was still buzzing. Clips from the mansion pull-up had been dissected dozens of times. Every movement, every glance, every word that had been captured on security footage was replayed in slow motion. Some fans argued that King Harris had overstepped. Others claimed 50 Cent's calm demeanor was the ultimate power move. The streets were divided, and online, the debate was fiery. Insiders reported that King Harris didn't just retreat after the pull-up. Sources say he held a private meeting with his close associates, including some of T.I.'s affiliates, to strategize his next move. They were reportedly analyzing 50 Cent's past behavior, trying to predict how he would respond. Some insiders claimed King Harris even wanted to release a follow-up track as a subliminal jab, while others argued for a more subtle social media campaign to sway public opinion. Meanwhile, 50 Cent stayed several steps ahead. While fans focused on King Harris's audacity, 50 was reportedly reviewing every clip, every social media reaction, and every possible narrative. Friends and affiliates say he was preparing his moves carefully, not just for one public response, but for a long-term strategy to assert dominance in both reputation and influence. Tiny Harris, King's mother, also became a central figure. Her social media posts were dissected as carefully as the security footage itself. Captions, photos, and stories were interpreted as either encouragement or subtle warnings, fueling speculation that she was indirectly controlling parts of the feud. Fans debated whether she was helping escalate the drama or trying to maintain peace, adding another layer to the narrative. Then came the digital warfare. TikTok and Instagram creators began recreating moments from the pull-up, adding cinematic effects, slow-motion zooms, and dramatic captions. YouTube vloggers made detailed breakdowns, pausing each frame to analyze body language, facial expressions, and even the positioning of cars and cameras outside the mansion. Fans argued in real time about who had the upper hand, which post was the real jab, and what 50 Cent might do next. Rumors surfaced about possible private confrontations behind the scenes. Some sources claimed King Harris and 50 Cent had a brief verbal exchange after the cameras stopped rolling. Others said T.I. and his affiliates tried to mediate, attempting to prevent the situation from escalating further. Whether true or exaggerated, the speculation fueled social media hysteria. Fans created memes, reaction videos, and conspiracy theories around every reported detail, keeping the saga trending worldwide. Music analysts also jumped into the fray. Old tracks from 50 Cent and T.I. were re-examined for subliminal jabs, while snippets from King Harris's recent songs were scrutinized for hidden messages. Every lyric became a possible part of the narrative, transforming the feud from a single pull-up into a multi-layered war of words, perception, and strategy. Even the legal and PR angles played a role. Sources claimed both sides consulted lawyers and publicists to ensure nothing was leaked that could jeopardize reputation or escalate into something irreversible. Every post, video, and social media story was carefully considered, with timing and impact planned like a calculated chess game. The mansion itself became iconic. Fans shared maps, drone footage, and recreations, turning the physical location into a character in the story. Observers online debated whether 50 Cent's calm inside the mansion was a sign of confidence or an orchestrated psychological play to intimidate King Harris. The mansion footage, combined with tiny social media posts and the viral clips, created a narrative that felt larger than life. The tension peaked when rumors of a potential musical retaliation surfaced. Some fans claimed King Harris was recording a diss track to release at the perfect moment, while others said 50 Cent might respond with subtle subliminals or public commentary. Every rumor was dissected and debated online, giving the feud a constant stream of viral momentum. Insiders also mentioned that other celebrities were watching closely. Influencers, vloggers, and even rival artists commented cryptically online, adding fuel to the speculation. Every emoji, like, or repost became evidence of alignment, support, or strategy. The feud wasn't just personal, it became a cultural phenomenon, with fans acting as both participants and witnesses. The stage was set for the ultimate confrontation. King Harris had made his presence known, 50 Cent had demonstrated strategic dominance, and Tiny Harris remained the wild card controlling the narrative. Social media, memes, and commentary kept the story alive, with fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter. One thing was certain, this wasn't just a pull-up or a viral clip. It was a multi-layered war of influence, perception, and legacy, a real-life hip-hop chess game unfolding in front of millions of fans worldwide. One thing was certain, this wasn't just a pull-up or a viral clip. It was a multi-layered war of influence, perception, and legacy, a real-life hip-hop chess game unfolding in front of millions of fans worldwide. The atmosphere around 50 Cent's mansion was electric. Rumors swirled that King Harris wasn't done, that the pull-up was only the first act in a larger plan to make a statement. Social media was ablaze with speculation. Some fans claimed King Harris was preparing a follow-up diss track, while others insisted that 50 Cent's affiliates had already mapped out a subtle yet powerful counterstrike. Reports indicated that 50 Cent himself had held a private meeting with his core team. Sources say he was analyzing every clip of King Harris's pull-up, replaying micro-expressions, gestures, and reactions captured by security cameras. His approach was methodical, almost surgical, a masterclass in controlling narrative without having to say a word publicly. Meanwhile, King Harris and T.I.'s inner circle were reportedly strategizing to maintain pressure without appearing reckless. The chessboard was set, and every pawn, rook, and knight had a role. Tiny Harris, as always, became a critical factor in the ongoing saga. Fans dissected her social media stories and posts with surgical precision. Some posts appeared to subtly encourage King Harris, others seemed like veiled warnings. Regardless of intent, Her influence over the narrative was undeniable. She was the wild card, keeping both sides guessing while commanding massive fan attention. The mansion itself had now become a character in this ongoing drama. Reports claimed that security footage captured King Harris walking through the gates, pausing at certain spots as if testing the boundaries. 50 Cent's team, meanwhile, was aware of every step, documenting and logging movements to anticipate responses. Observers online noted the calculated tension, the pauses, the glances, the energy shifts all amplified the drama for millions of viewers consuming the story on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Digital warfare escalated alongside physical maneuvers. TikTok creators recreated moments from the pull-up with cinematic flair, adding dramatic music, slow-motion zooms, and voiceovers. Instagram Reels dissected body language, while Twitter threads debated strategy, dominance, and who held the upper hand. Fans weren't just watching. They were participating, analyzing, and creating content that made the saga go viral across platforms worldwide. Then came the rumored private confrontation. Multiple insiders claimed that King Harris and 50 Cent had a tense exchange after the initial pull-up, one that wasn't recorded on camera. While details varied, sources said the encounter involved both verbal warnings and subtle displays of authority. Whether true or exaggerated, the speculation alone fueled social media hysteria, leading to countless memes, reaction videos, and heated debates among fans. Analysts and fans revisited old tracks from 50 Cent, T.I., and King Harris, searching for subliminal jabs or responses to the ongoing feud. Every bar, line, and reference became a piece of the puzzle, turning the narrative into a complex web of influence, reputation, and psychological warfare. The pull-up was no longer a single event. It was part of a long-running saga intertwined with music, family, and legacy. The social media storm showed no signs of slowing down. Clips of King Harris's walk, 50 Cent's reaction, and Tiny's posts were shared thousands of times, creating a feedback loop of virality. Influencers, vloggers, and rappers weighed in, adding layers of commentary that fueled public fascination. Every like, share, and comment amplified the story, cementing the pull-up as a defining moment in hip-hop beef culture. Insider reports hinted at behind-the-scenes negotiations. While the public saw flashes of drama, private discussions were allegedly ongoing, strategy talks, subtle warnings, and coordination between affiliates. Sources claimed that 50 Cent was already thinking several moves ahead, ensuring that any escalation would favor him both publicly and privately. King Harris's team, meanwhile, was trying to match wits, balancing aggression with caution to maintain credibility. It was clear that this saga wasn't just about confrontation. It was about legacy, influence, and psychological dominance. 50 Cent's calm and calculated presence demonstrated that he wasn't just defending his mansion or reputation, he was orchestrating the narrative itself. King Harris's bold moves showed audacity, energy, and a willingness to stake his claim in hip-hop culture. And Tiny Harris, ever the wild card, ensured that the drama remained unpredictable, captivating fans and media alike. Social media reactions reached a fever pitch. TikTok and Instagram recreated scenarios with exaggerated cinematic effects. Twitter threads debated strategy, body language, and the cultural implications of the confrontation. Fans weren't merely observers, they were active participants in shaping the story's perception, and the narrative continued to evolve in real time. Finally, the mansion pull-up saga had reached a natural pause, though the tension remained. Reports suggested that both sides were regrouping, analyzing moves, and preparing for future actions. While the cameras had captured one dramatic moment, the story itself, the clash of egos, strategy, and influence, was far from over. Fans were left eagerly anticipating the next viral chapter, ready to dissect every social media post, clip, and track. One thing was undeniable. This wasn't just a pull-up. It was a masterclass in hip-hop strategy, influence, and legacy. 50 Cent had proven his control. King Harris had made his presence known, and Tiny Harris remained the ultimate wild card. Social media, Fans and culture had all been swept up in a saga that would be remembered as one of the most viral, dramatic, and cinematic moments in hip-hop history. Yo, the Mansion Showdown has left the world shook. King Harris pulled up, 50 Cent stayed calm, and Tiny Harris? The wild card controlling the middle of this viral saga. Now it's your turn. Who do you think really had the upper hand? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Every opinion counts, because this isn't just a story, it's hip-hop history unfolding in real time. Smash that like button if you were glued to every frame of the security footage. Share this video with your friends so they can witness the drama, debate the moves, and decide for themselves who came out on top. Every share, every comment, every reaction fuels this story and keeps it trending. Want more behind-the-scenes breakdowns? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss the next move, the next subliminal post, or the next viral moment in this saga. From mansion pull-ups to social media explosions, this story is far from over, and you'll want to be the first to see every detail. This is more than drama. It's strategy, influence, and legacy all colliding at once. Be part of the conversation. Be part of the hype. Watch closely, comment loudly, and engage actively, because in this saga, the fans are part of the battlefield. Who's really running the game? King Harris? 50 Cent? Or is Tiny Harris secretly calling the shots? Sound off below and let the world know.